Hey friends, today we're back at Cades Cove in the Great Smoky Mountains. It's a beautiful fall day. The temps is in the lower 70s. I mean, not a cloud in the sky. But we got something special today. We have our son Andy. He's down from Ohio to visit. And man, are we excited about having him on the channel today. So hope you guys enjoy this trip to Cades Cove. So let's go see what we can find.
Done tonight. Are we ever wonder what's crossing our ways tonight?
All right, headed into the park. On the way to, where we going, Miss Layla? Cades Cove, right?
Yes.
Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Guys, we made it to Cades Cove today. Man, it's a beautiful day. As you can see, there is not a cloud in the sky. We're going to start here at the loop and work our way around and see if we can see, of course, some bears and maybe some other wildlife. You never know what you're going to see at the cove, but it's always a great day. There's a lot of people here, and we're really glad to be able to come out today and show you guys the beauty that the Cades Cove offers. So let's go around here and see what we can find. I just can't even get started in here till I have to stop and see the horses. They're always so friendly and gentle. If you ever get a chance to come up here and do some horseback riding or maybe take a carriage ride, I highly recommend it. Always on the lookout for bears. You never know when one's going to pop up. Just see a little bit of color right in the very top of the peaks. Of course, it's not even close to being peak leaf time, but they're slowly starting to fade out from the summer. We're going to stop at this first little pull-off, John Oliver Cabin. It's got a nice trail that goes up to it. The funny thing, interesting thing about this one is you've got a paved trail and you've got a primitive dirt trail. So which way are we going today, Andy? We going up the paved trail or the dirt trail?
The paved trail.
The paved trail. Okay, let's go. Andy, the last time we was here, we saw a bear right up there at the edge of the woods.
Nice.
Right up there.
Nice.
It's pretty sweet.
Right up there.
Right up there. It is the Great Smokies today.
Guys, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I can get it.
And from the other side, you don't have that.
If you don't like the paved trail, they've got this primitive trail. It's easy climb, maybe a little bit shorter than the paved trail over here. But anyway, we opted for the paved trail today, so let's go on up to the cabin and see what we got. Got a storyboard here. We'll leave that for you if you read. John Oliver Place. Yes. Well, Andy, what do you think about that, brother?
I like it.
I could just see myself sitting out there on that porch whittling a little bit of cedar, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
Think about sitting here in a rocking chair, maybe enjoying the day with a view like that. Yeah, I think I could probably get by with that. Interesting thing here, we've got a tree growing inside a tree. See the most interesting things when you come up here. It's always something new. Primitive Baptist Church. There's a lot of people out front, so we just come around here to the cemetery, look around a few minutes. Looked like they were getting ready to have some kind of a service in there, which they do encourage. We got a video in the library. It's got some information about the cemetery here. If you'd like to look that up. This is the original church that was in the cove. And this is one of the oldest cemeteries also. It's really interesting to see some of these older markers. You can't even read them. Just little slate rocks. The Methodist Church is next on the list. The interesting thing about the Methodist Church, Andy, is those two doors. One's for the men and one's for the women. The women sit on the right, the men sit on the left.
His and hers. I always knew women were right.
Absolutely. These churches over here in the Cove do have services in them occasionally, not regularly. I think the only church that has services in it regularly is the Missionary Baptist Church that we'll see next. But you can put together a service of your own if you wanted to, and get permission from the park, and they would definitely let you come over here and have a dedication service, a wedding, things like that. Interesting thing about these churches is that every church has a cemetery. The families typically buried their families together. Some are Methodist, some are Baptist, so they have their own cemetery. Miss Leila, what do you think Miss Peaches will do if she sees that bear come out there?
She'll probably bark at it.
That would be, that's going to be an interesting thing to see, isn't it? The Rich Mountain Road turns off to the right. You can take it back to Tuckaleechee, which is close to Townsend. It's one way out of here. You can't use it coming in. And we're going to stop here at the Missionary Baptist Church. Independent but not isolated. This church broke off from the Primitive Baptist Church during the war. They had some disagreements there and decided that they needed to have their own church. Some of their theology on missions and where they would do that differed, and they agreed to disagree and started this church. Single door on the Baptist church. As I mentioned earlier, this church has services on Sunday for most of the time, and you can come over here and enjoy a service just like it was back then. Still got the flue pipe in the ceiling. We had a pot-bellied stove here to warm everything. And you know, Andy, no wonder they call it America the Beautiful. Still not a lot of color. You wouldn't expect to see much color first part of October, but it's certainly on its way. Miss Peaches, what do you think of the leaves? So you think they look the same as they do at home? Turkeys. Andy, I thought we was going to make the whole trip without seeing anything. A Henry Whitehead cabin, but it's got some unique architecture. We got the stacked stone fireplace in the old cabin part. And if you notice, something you don't see much in the log houses of Cades Cove, a brick fireplace. So he was getting ahead of his time there a little bit.
Awesome, he's a big one.
Mr. Deer is coming for a visit. Yes. All right. We've made a late arrival to Cable Mill. The sun is just going down over the trees, so we want to make a little journey around through here. Let's see what we can find.
It could be. Yeah.
Always go down this way. Seems like you never know what you're going to find. I always like to go down this way first. The visitor center's closed, of course. They close at 5 o'clock. Always well kept. Come by the blacksmith shop. It's always pretty cool. Maybe come out here on the weekend, I guess. And sometimes they'll have blacksmith artisans out here showing people how that's done. You notice those logs are far apart. They put them out, spaced out, no chinking in them where they'll get rid of the heat when they're working. It's a hot job doing blacksmith work, and that's how they help to get rid of some of that heat. Of course, you got the flume line here, running down to cable mill, the creek. Got the boards down on each side and across the top to hold it together, and the force of the water don't break it apart. Right on up, feeding off the creek in the back. Creek back here. See the tape where they've had it blocked off from flooding back during the storms a week or two ago. Back to its most beautiful self. Cantilever barn that we've all seen before. Got some of these old plows out here. Very old. Took a team of mules or horses to it to pull it with. No tractors or anything back then. Really neat. Old hayloft, big hayloft. Put a lot of hay in there, and I'm sure they used a lot. These big logs, well over 100 years old. Pretty cool. Miss Peaches, are you having a good day? You get tired and have to get in your stroller? Do you have to get in your stroller? Oh goodness, yes. We had to get in our stroller. leak in the flume line. Wow. How about that? I would say from all that rain, you got these millstones. All down through here. And then of course, cable mill. The mill itself. Pretty neat. There again, they open it on the weekends sometimes, especially during the fall. You can actually go over there and watch them grind and make cornmeal as they grind it out. The old smokehouse, it makes you wonder how many sides of pork and whatnot that they've had in here over the time. To smoke it out and eat it. Smoked meat doesn't have to be refrigerated, so it's a good thing to have that to cure the meat, and they can hang it in there and leave it until they eat it. The old homestead. There again, if you've heard me in some of my other videos, this isn't the original house that was here. They've reconstructed this house, but it is very nice indeed, the way they've done it. It's dark, you can't see much in here tonight, but you could sit out on this porch and see the area. A good view, you might say. Miss Leila, what do you think of Cable Mill?
I like it.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's very prehistoric.
It's really nice. A good example of what pioneer living would be like. I always enjoy coming here. And the corn crib is just about as interesting to me as the mill, because the way it's made and how it works. You've got the sides that's cantilevered out, similar to the barn we saw a few minutes ago. And they just pull those wagons in there and they fill that up. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, up there it is. The door where they pitch that corn in there and they fill that whole thing up. And the logs are spaced out on it too, where it's ventilated, the corn can cure out. And then when they get ready to take it down to the mill, they just pull it out this bottom door. I guess they got it in bags and stuff and put it on the wagon and take it on down to the mill there. Grind it up for corn. Not much left of the wagon, but it's certainly authentic. Wooden wheels, steel rims. Very nice. This old sorghum mill, you take it and put the sugar cane in the wheels right there. And then they put a big long board on the top up here to go out and hook a horse to it, and the horse goes in circles and squeezes the juice out of the sorghum. And then they take it right over there and cook it off into molasses. Folks, that's going to do it today from Cades Cove in the Great Smoky Mountains. Had Andy with us today. That's a real rare pleasure that we've had, and we really always enjoy coming up here, and hope you guys have enjoyed the vlog. If you did, hit that big thumbs up button down at the bottom and consider subscribing to Popular Adventures. So until next time,
Bye.
I knew we would see a bear before the trip was over. Way over by the woods line.